Sixth graders, this is to help you with question 5 on CR20. It says a water pipe has a flow rate of 3 gallons per minute. Okay. How many 2-quart bottles could it fill in a half hour? Okay. So first thing I think I'll do is I'll switch my gallons into quarts so that those units match. Then I might switch my half hour into minutes so that those units match. So I think that's what I'll do. I'll take my 3 gallons and switch that to quarts. And then I'll take my half hour and convert that to minutes, just as a starting point. So to get 3 gallons into quarts, I'll draw my big G. Inside a gallon, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 quarts. So 1 gallon equals 4 quarts. I have 3 gallons. So if I have 3 gallons, which would mean I have 3 big G's, there's a second big G. And there's a third big G. In 3 gallons, 3 gallons, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 3 gallons, there's 12 quarts. And you could take, knowing that there's 4 quarts in a gallon, you could take 3 times 4 to get you to 12. Take your 3 gallons times 4 quarts, that would get you to your 12 quarts. So now I know I have 12 quarts. Instead of 3 gallons, I have 12 quarts. A half hour is 30 minutes. All right. So I know I can fill 12 quarts per minute. So if I do quarts to minutes equals quarts to minutes. All right. I know I can fill 12 quarts, 3 gallons, or 12 quarts per minute. So I know I can do 12 quarts in 1 minute. Let's figure out how many quarts I can do in 30 minutes. So now, if I know I have 12 quarts per minute, how many quarts in 30 minutes? Well, I look at my denominators. How can I get from 1 to 30? Oh, multiply by 30. So what do I have to do with my 12? Multiply by 30. So if I take 12 times 30, I can just put my 0 placeholder here. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 1 is 3. So that's 360 quarts in 30 minutes. So that's the fact I just came up with. I can do 360 quarts in 30 minutes. But I want to know how many 2-quart bottles I can fill. So now I know I have 360 quarts in 30 minutes. How many 2-quart bottles could I fill? Well, I could do, if I want, I'm going to set up another ratio for you, but I'm trying to decide if that's really necessary. But I guess now I'll do quarts to bottles. Quarts to bottles. So I know 2 quarts is 1 bottle because we're filling 2-quart bottles. I am up to 360 quarts and I want to know how many bottles that will be. So how do I get from 2 to 360? Well, I'll tell you 2 times 180 is 360. I could have figured that out by, let me erase this scrap work. I could have figured that out by doing 360 divided by 2. 2 goes into 3 once. Subtract off. Subtract off. 3 minus 2 is 1. Drag down a 6. 2 goes into 16 8 times. 2 times 8 is 16. Zero that out. Drag down a 0. How many times 2 goes into 0? 0 times. So that tells me 2 times 180 is 360. 1 times 180 is 180. So 180 bottles. 180 2-quart bottles can be filled in 30 minutes. I hope that helps.